Hi everyone, we are back with more from Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I want to thank you so much for the support I get from you. Just keep it up with that and with the hidden subscribe button, which is greatly appreciated. And right now, after, well, almost completely finishing the story, after taking back Talmberg Castle, saving Sir Radzig Kobyla, our father, and Lady Stephanie as well, of course, and now we are back in Rattay. We are back in the lower castle, and we gotta go to the upper one because it seems like everyone are already there. So let's do this. Let's do this. This is the epilogue. We are finishing the story. I cannot wait to do that, of course. Then we will completely change the, well, everything that we were doing here, right? I will, of course, complete everything that we can complete, that we have to complete in order to get the Platinum Trophy. But the most thing that will completely change will be the way how we will take care of our enemies. And of course we will take care of our enemies properly. With a sword and every other weapon that I will just come in a contact with. Oh yes, I will use everything that I can. Damn it. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to wait. Maybe I should wash myself a little bit. And I'm really wondering right now if right here in Rattay, those guards, if they will stop me right now. Because if they will stop me again and want to, like, check me for anything that I can have on myself, then this will be insane. Seriously insane. Come on. Sir Radzig's son? I don't think that Sir Capon is checked like that as well. Right? I don't think we should be checked like that anymore. Man, this is fantastic. I cannot believe it that we are finishing this story, the main story, of course. The side story is not over yet. We are still having quests that we have to complete for trophies. But those who would, like, void our merciful and virgin trophy, of course, I don't want to do that. But first thing first.
Ah, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslaus IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslaus, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslaus appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslaus win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslaus could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslaus crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected King of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslaus's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslaus realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslaus and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslaus to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslaus's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghof is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslaus. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslaus languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Fantastic. What can I say?
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
But we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peaceably, and then ask the opinion of the League of Lords?
Very well said, sir. And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslaus.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslaus IV might contribute to resolving the dispute?
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
Beautiful. Fantastic, okay. So it seems like everyone is ready. Oh, can I speak with them?
So, what do you think of Margrave Jobst, Bernard?
From what I've heard about him, I wouldn't trust him if he told me rain was wet.
I feel the same. It's never wise to trust a man who's turned his coat more than once.
Exactly. And I don't buy that business with Prokop. He double-crossed his own brother, and the rest is just his cover-up.
On the other hand, if anyone has a chance to oust Sigismund and keep the nobility on his side, it has to be Jobst.
Okay, yeah, that's true, seriously. He can double-cross anybody at that point.
Good day.
Good day to you too, sir. Oh, what do you make of Jobst's speech?
What do you think of Jobst's speech, Sir Robard?
Honestly, lad, I wouldn't trust a word he says. He'll drag us into something, and when the going gets tough, he'll turn tail and leave us to deal with the consequences.
Whoa! Damn, okay. Just who is this Jobst anyway?
And who is this Jobst exactly?
He spent 20 years wrangling over Moravia with his brother, Prokop. Then they suddenly reconciled when Sigismund was captured in Hungary, and they went plundering there, claiming it was with the aim of liberating him. When Wenceslaus sent them to parley with his enemy, Rupert of the Palatinate, the pair of them turned coats on the spot, took sides with Rupert, and together with the League of Lords and the Meissen nobles laid siege to Prague. But then they made terms with the king. He agreed to hand over part of the government, and they sent the Meisseners home. This is no ancient history I'm talking about. It was only 2 years ago, and now, suddenly, he's Wenceslaus's greatest ally. Can you trust someone like that?
Yeah, exactly. Not at all. And will it help their realm to rescue Wenceslaus?
Do you think that rescuing Wenceslaus will help the country, sir?
God knows. The king is a drunkard. If he governed instead of boozing, wenching at the baths and hunting, there'd be peace and order. Quite honestly, I'm not surprised the Germans deposed him, or that Sigismund's patience ran out.
Why?
Wenceslaus himself sent for Sigismund to help him, and made an agreement with him, And when Sigismund started acting as agreed, Wenceslaus double-crossed him and claimed the agreement was invalid, just because he no longer liked it. What would you have done in Sigismund's place? On the other hand, now we've seen what Sigismund has been getting up to here, it's clear he's no better a sovereign than his brother. And that goes double for Rupert, not to mention Jobst, who might well have his eye on the Bohemian throne too. So, all in all, we're probably best off with the drunkard. Better the devil you know.
Yeah. What a family, Jesus. And what about Prokop?
And what about Prokop?
Well, he stayed on the king's side, for most of the time at least, largely because they're birds of a feather. He's not keen on governing either, but woe betide anyone who tries to take control away from him. Then he would turn on his own brother, literally. He often behaves like a rebel, just in grander style.
I see. Just what is Sigismund up to?
What do you think Sigismund's after?
I'd say he wants to restore the empire to its glory days under his father, Emperor Charles, which his brother seems incapable of doing. But he's also defending the East against the Turks, and fighting with his own noblemen at home, battling his brother and cousins here, and Rupert and the Meissen nobles in Germany. He has a lot to deal with, and riding roughshod over everyone certainly isn't helping. Mind you, what else is he to do? I think in more settled times he might make quite a good king, but now he's missed his chance.
Okay. And what is the League of Lords playing at? And what is the League of Lords playing at?
What about the League of Lords and Bergo? What are their objectives?
Whenever the king is weak, the nobility tries to grab as much as it can. Not for the good of the country, of course, only for themselves. The League of Lords is full of men like that. When the king was captured the first time, they released him only after he nominated them to high office and ceded some of his power to them. Now that he's held captive a second time, they run the country at Sigismund's behest. Bergov is the highest vice-chamberlain in the land. As soon as the king was captured, he declared a pogrom on the Jews and raised the tax dues of towns and monasteries. Watch your step with him.
I will. And what about Rupert?
And what about Rupert of the Palatinate? What does he want?
Rupert? He appointed himself king of the Romans, and ever since then he's been making the tactical moves of a coward who's not sure what to do. If Wenceslaus were a man worth his salt, he'd have dealt with him long ago. But then, if Wenceslaus was any use, he wouldn't be languishing behind bars in Vienna right now.
Exactly. I guess that's all.
Good. That was all I needed to know. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bear up, and take care of yourself. The world is a dangerous place, and Bergov's a dangerous man. Take care.
Understood. That was fantastic. Seriously, wow, so many informations.
God be with you.
And capture Bernards? Oh, nothing.
See you later.
Okay, whoa, wait. So, well, they are doing their thing, so now we gotta speak with... Oh, Sir Divish.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us.
If I didn't know anything about Jobst, I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already.
Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Bergov. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale, in spite of everything Jobst said.
We shall see. We shall see.
We shall see. I cannot speak with Sir Divish. What a shame. But I can speak with my father, so let's go.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
3 days road? Damn it. Insane. Yeah, let's go with everything with him as well. Luxembourg relations.
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslaus and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslaus. Wenceslaus also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Fantastic. And who is that Jobst?
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslaus. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
Now he's the leader of the resistance, and next he will be leader of what? Sigismund's army. Yeah, who knows? You knew Wenceslaus?
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslaus. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Yeah. And who is this Prokop?
Who is this Prokop that Jobst spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslaus and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslaus, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
I hate politics. Yeah. The League of Lords.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslaus surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
Man, this is so insane. Come on. I hardly know anything about Sigismund.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslaus, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslaus. Ironically, Wenceslaus joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it. God does move in mysterious ways.
Yes, especially in this family. Yes, again, this Rupert.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other prince-electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
This is seriously insane. I cannot. Let's go. That young man, John of Liechtenstein.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
Yes, that's true. And I guess that's everything.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Thank you, father. And the letter is ready. Ooh, take the letter. No freaking way. Pick up the letter and go with Sir Capon, right?
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Splendid.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Me? Provoking? What a joke. Never. Yeah, we will see. Oh my. Congratulations. You've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterwards by riding off the map with Sir Hans Capon's squad. Okay. That's how we can finish everything.
Come now, Hal. My men are mustered in the courtyard. We can get going.
Yes. So first, let's do that. Yes. I'm not sure where we will have a save game that I will have to probably reload after doing this, after finishing the entire story and, well, getting those trophies at the end. But doesn't matter. First, let's do that, and then we can have some fun. Oh yeah, finally. No, it was fun all the time, right? All the time from the beginning. Ah, shit. First, let's talk to him, okay? Sorry. What am I supposed to tell him? Let's go?
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Can hardly wait.
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Burgov is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
Let's go. Let's go. With all of them. I'm not sure how far we are going, but to the border of the map. Which is where? Yeah. Oh my god, maybe here. Wait, we were going there and didn't I had like some information? I'm not sure if it was... Yeah, I mean, I remember that I was there, but I don't remember if there was some information at the border. What the... Guys, what are you doing? We will ride or we will go like this? If we will go like this is fantastic. Yeah. Like a fantastic walk. I'm not sure if we can ride faster.
So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Radzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
Yeah, we will have a few conversations probably here between them two.
What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslaus a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believe we'd rescue the king and all would be well again. But now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels. I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief.
Yeah, this is seriously insane. What is happening in this crazy family?
Did you know that King Wenceslaus is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, better the drunkard king than no king at all. Or Sigismund, I guess.
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslaus and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, but I can understand him, just like you said. He was just double-crossed, so goddamn it, come on.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel.
Yeah, and look at that.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
Okay. Who else?
And that Berghoff we're going to see. Do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him, and his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
Yeah, I cannot wait. And I think this will exactly happen in the second game. This will be like a straight continuation.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What a nice trip. What? That's it? No more conversations? Well, come on, guys. We still have to go far away, I think. Yes, and that's the straight road to the border. Nice. Close to Neuhof. Yeah, we cannot go faster. We can go only like that. Nice, so this will be the end. This will be the end of the story. When we will go to the border, and then we will have so many things that we have to do still. Collectibles, some quests, and like I said, that we will have to finish. Of course, all the DLCs that I'm having. With Teresa, Johanka, with Sir Capon as well. Amazing, cannot wait. And I'm not sure if even before finishing all of those things, I will not start Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 already. Yeah, I think I will do it like that. I really want to jump to this game. But then I don't know if I will not leave this one entirely again. Just like those other premieres were there. When I will see how the second game looks like. Damn it. So maybe I will first focus on that. Uh-huh. We made it. Wait, what the? What are you doing? That's the camp. Aha. Oh boy, and then what? Are you serious? So this is maybe like our last camp, and now when I will speak with him, we will... we will finish the game. Oh man, but I thought that I will have something like a sleep and save here. That would be fantastic. And like that, I cannot do this. Oh well, shit happens. Okay, let's talk with him.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
We can go. Wait. What? Why this is... Wait, this is not the DLC icon? Oh my god. Wait, what now?
Well, young sir, what now? Shall we ride boldly forth to adventures new?
I never took you for a romantic soul. But, as it happens, a romantic soul is just what I need by my side right now.
What, here? Now? Aren't we leaving?
Ah, that's just the thing. Here we are, about to ride off into the unknown. Well, who knows what fate has in store for us? What if we should fall as heroes on the battlefield? How could I depart this world with a quiet heart, never having known true love?
I'm a little worried about you, sir. Aren't you getting overheated inside that armor?
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without first winning the heart of the girl I love. So are you going to help me or not?
Wait, you gotta be kidding me. What is this? I thought we are finishing the game, the epilogue. And we have to do DLC for him? You gotta be joking. Wait. I won't do it now. Let's go.
Well, couldn't we do it after we get back?
We could. If we get back. Hasn't it crossed your mind that anything could happen to us?
Yeah, I suppose. But I have to go now.
Good luck then.
Good luck then. I'm sorry, what the... Hey guys, tell him something, we gotta go. I will help with your courtship. Dude, wait, this is seriously the DLC icon? I gotta check it out. Because here we are having DLCs. All the icons, and this is with him. Bolts her Hans Gaben. Yes. Oh my god, at the bottom, this icon. This icon is the same. This is unbelievable. Man, what a ridiculous situation. I cannot finish the main story quest, the epilogue and vengeance, because first I have to finish DLC that is related to Hans. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's nice because, well, we are going together. We are going together on the next adventure, so that's nice. He wants to, well, first finish his DLC. That takes place here, not in a new region, so I can understand this, but damn! And what if we didn't have DLC? We could finish that, probably, right? But because I am having a Royal Edition and all the DLCs, then I'm screwed here, in this camp. We gotta wait. No, first we gotta do, well, what he wants from... well, what he wants, yeah. We gotta help him out. There's no other way to do this. Oh my god, this is insane, seriously. And I was already... oh man, and I was already waiting so much to get this Merciful and Virgin trophy and to be able to fight with some enemies. If in this DLC we will have some enemies, I will be really pissed off. But if not... then okay, then it's good, right? I have to still do what I'm doing so far. So, all right, yeah. Well, we have no other choice if we want to finish the game, and yes, I want to do that. I have to do the DLC, and that's exactly what I will do. Well, next. Unfortunately, for going away from here, we gotta wait. We gotta wait. So yeah, well, that's very nice. So in this beautiful camp here with Hans and all the soldiers, my horse and my dog. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like or comment. I will appreciate it very much. And if you want to be up there with the content I share every day, then please hit the subscribe button. I'm very grateful. And I will see you very soon in another episode from Kingdom Come Deliverance.